Welcome to Praetoria Prime. On December 24, 2025, Judge Napolitano, Judging Freedom, released Professor John Mearsheimer, An Incoherent Foreign Policy, a conversation revealing how U.S. diplomacy veered from strategy to spectacle and the chilling global ripple effects when ego replaces doctrine and instinct rewrites the rules. Listen carefully. Two experienced voices on the record dissect a pattern that should alarm anyone who cares about American power and the people it affects. Napolitano asks the right question up front. What is the common theme in Donald Trump's foreign policy? And Mearsheimer answers without euphemism: temperament over strategy, personalism over institutions. That diagnosis threads through every example they unpack, from sanctions on Colonel Jacques' board to the seizure of tankers and the firing of 30 career ambassadors. The through line is simple and dangerous. Decisions made as theater, not as policy, have real human and geopolitical consequences. They are correct when they insist that civilian populations pay the price. Mearsheimer reminds us that strangling Venezuela and choking off oil to Cuba does not topple rulers so much as it punishes ordinary people. The imagery is brutal and precise. Maduro will be eating filet mignon tonight, while the average person in Venezuela and the average person in Cuba is going to suffer enormously. That point lands and must be kept at the center of our moral reckoning. Where their analysis sharpens is on institutional erosion. The summary removal of ambassadors is not a personnel story. It hollows the State Department. The transcript captures the effect plainly. Career diplomats replaced by cronies like Jared Kushner, or campaign aides who know little about foreign policy. The consequence is a narrower, more fragile decision-making apparatus that elevates impulse and rewards loyalty. And the world feels each misstep faster because there are fewer buffers, fewer professionals raising alarms. They also get the escalating risk with China right. When the president is recorded saying plainly, "We're going to keep it," about 1.9 million barrels of oil seized on their way to China, that is not rhetoric. It is an action that invites retaliation. The show invokes history for a reason. The Roosevelt passage quoted here still stings. We have sought no shooting war with Hitler. When you see a rattlesnake poised to strike, you do not wait until he has struck before you crush him. These Nazi submarines and raiders are the rattlesnakes of the Atlantic. Historical rhetoric is being reused to justify maritime enforcement. Historical context warns us that seizures at sea carry escalation risks that can spiral beyond intention. They miss a few things while they are right. There is not enough focus on repair strategies, how to restore diplomatic capacity, rebuild institutional memory, and reinsert measured professional judgment into decisions about sanctions or force. The program rightly flags European desperation over Ukraine and asset seizures as symptomatic, yet it leaves open the hard institutional question: who, in a system governed by personalism, can compel a return to norms? That silence is itself a risk. Several contradictions deserve scrutiny. Assertions of national security necessity around places like Greenland are offered with no threat matrix. The rhetoric of "we need Greenland for national protection" floats without operational grounding. Seizing foreign cargo is framed as sovereignty enforcement, while the international community, rightly or not, will read it as aggression. That tension creates strategic confusion, and confusion invites miscalculation. Hard questions remain and should be asked loudly. Why are instruments of national power being wielded as spectacle? Who benefits when institutions are sidelined and loyalty trumps expertise? Who controls the silence when career officials are pushed out and dissent is edged toward financial penalties, as with the European sanctioning of Colonel Jacques Bod? Allegations about intelligence entanglements are raised in the transcript. Those must be handled as allegations and investigated, not insinuated into policy. The synthesis is blunt and inescapable. When foreign policy is shaped by temperament instead of strategy, the costs are measurable, harmed civilians, frayed alliances, retaliatory cycles, and a hollowed-out diplomatic corps. The remedy is institutional: restore professional diplomacy, insist on deliberation, make Congress and the public part of the debate again. Until that happens, each impulsive act will send a tremor through the world. When foreign policy becomes personal, America loses direction, and the world feels the shockwaves. That's it, my friends. Please like and subscribe to support my channel. You can find more content on my Spotify and on YouTube under the handle at Praetoria Prime. Until we meet again, this was Scipio Americanus of Praetoria Prime News.